Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today is episode number 16 of Geeks Drop the Gauntlet. My name is J-Rad and this is...
Batman's greatest nemesis, the Questionnaire. Wait.
You mean the Riddler?
We'll just go with the Questionnaire.
Or the Question... Okay,
the
we're going
Questionnaire.
I'm going
for trademark.
I like this, Questionnaire.
Reasons.
All right, I like that. That was really long and mildly annoying, but we'll move on. In today's episode, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be throwing some hard-hitting questions at each other where nothing is off limits, and we aim to cover the entire nerd fandom that exists in our world today as we know it.
Can we really do that in 5 questions? So
we're going to attempt to it.
We have 5 questions to ask each other. I will ask the other combatant my questions, and I mean the other person my questions. We have 90 seconds to answer the questions. We're setting a timer here. If you do not answer within the 90 seconds, you have to jump in the pool with your clothes on.
We don't have any pool. Anyways, you know
the
what?
Toilet.
All right, the toilet. I didn't sign up
You
for
have
this.
to jump in the toilet with your clothes on.
I didn't sign up for this. I'm out right now. I'm
Okay.
out. I don't want to do this.
My first question.
Well, what is it?
Are you playing?
All right, you got me back in. Let's do this. Let's do this.
All right, the phone died, so I can't do it.
It's not dead yet.
If it dies,
it dies. All right, here we go. Go ahead and ask your question.
All right, here we go.
Just so everyone knows too, we have a 90-second time limit after the other person asks the question, okay? So he's gonna ask the question, I have 90 seconds to answer. When this timer goes off, my answer needs to be finalized. No matter what, it's gotta end.
Oh, man.
And we have to move on to the next question.
Oh man, so
go ahead and read me
we might think out loud a little bit too.
Agree.
If there's any thinking involved.
We will.
Ready? First one. Top 3 live action animal characters in movies.
Live action animal characters. Okay, and it has to be live action?
Yeah.
My brain immediately went to Air Bud. Because when I was a kid, that was my favorite basketball movie.
This is dumb.
I know. I know. But that's where it went. Like,
it's your question. It's your question.
It just immediately went there. When I was a kid, I loved Air Bud. But, so live action animals. Okay, so the other one too that sounds really cool is I'm fortunate enough that Jungle Book got remade. That's live action, even though they're CG.
No, it's all computer animated.
They're CG, but it's live action. No. All right, fine. Fine, we won't go there. You're being a pooter. Okay.
Right.
So I'm gonna go
Gates,
with.
I stumped him.
I'm gonna go. I'll go with you. You gave me a top 3.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put Air Bud on one of them.
Okay.
You have to, just because he was a. I loved him as a kid.
Time is left.
So we have just double tap that. So we have 33 seconds.
Ooh.
Oh boy. Okay. We're gonna go the. Oh no.
You're about to jump in the toilet, my friend.
No.
You're falling to the question.
I can't even think. I can't even think. I think I have to go with Old Yeller.
Okay.
Because that was a really good movie, but it makes me cry. And then I'll go because I'm running out of time. I'll have to do the movie from Channing Tatum with the dog.
The what? What?
The dog movie with Channing Tatum. The dog that's in that.
God.
What is that called?
I don't know. Lucky?
No, I changed it. Marley and Me.
Oh God. You didn't even go with Bart the Bear.
I didn't actually.
Bart the Bear is amazing.
Wait, who's Bart the Bear?
Bart the Bear is that big fat bear that's bouncing on John Candy in The Great Outdoors.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's been a minute since I've seen that.
That
I wouldn't
part
even
is so
remember
funny.
that.
It's amazing. Bart the Bear was amazing. He passed away, but anyway, he's still one of the best live action animal characters.
Animals
in
of all
my
time.
opinion. Mr.
All right,
Ed,
that was pretty good.
Come on.
You did stump me on that.
That was a good one.
It was hard to think of like live action animal characters. Holy jeez. Okay, that was
It's
good.
a lost art, I think. We're relying too much on CGI now.
Because when you said that, I was like, ooh, we'll go with Jungle Book.
Because back in the day, we had Milo and Otis and Lassie and Benji.
Lassie,
and then you had
Old Yeller, of course.
Yeah, Old Yeller was a good one. There was a lot of entertaining dog movies.
That's true.
And that just kind of has gone away.
That's pretty good.
Because everybody cries in animal movies.
That's why I don't see them anymore.
Right?
To be honest with you, they're real rough. All right, so I am not going to start out rough on you, but we're going to get rough as we progress.
Oh, great.
All right, so number 1 question for me to you. We're going to start out fairly easy.
Okay.
What is your favorite quote or line from any movie or TV series that exists that really resonates with you and why. Your favorite quote, top of the list. Here's a bunch I know that you love, so which is your favorite? Oh, by the way, sorry. I gave you an extra 12 seconds. That's fucked up.
Okay.
I'm not supposed to say.
Okay. Oh, God dang. Okay, so that really resonates with me. Mm-hmm. So
like if you want to go down the road of
here's
it's
your
just
opportunity
the funniest,
to see how shallow I am.
Okay.
So this is a shout out to my friend Frank. But like my two biggest quotable movies are probably Anchorman and Tombstone. And one of the lines in Tombstone is Doc Holliday's coughing at the table. He's coughing up blood and everything. And Ike Clanton comes in and he's like, "What's wrong with him?" And he says he's a lunger. And Ike Clanton goes, "Yeah, well, I hope you die."
I know, yeah.
And that's it. So, like, this is how my friend Frank and I say bye to each other. We're like, I hope you die. And so anybody that doesn't know us and knows that we do that is like, God dang, that guy.
That's funny because, like, that's why it resonates. It's just because it's a goodbye between two people.
Right. Well,
hey, that works.
I love Frank. Like, I don't want anything bad to happen to him, but that's like our insider, like,
that's awesome.
How we say bye to each other.
All
so I hope you die by Clanton.
That's your number one.
Well, I'm gonna go with that one because that's what I'm feeling right now. But I don't know if that necessarily resonates. But that's just my thought.
I mean, you have 5 seconds, so you're going.
That's
with
it.
I'm
going
going
with
it. All right. We won't even let it hit the time frame. That's a good one. That's a good one. All right. Hit me.
Damn, that was a
with
good
your next
question.
one.
Okay, here we go.
You can go ahead and hit start whenever you want.
Is the most disappointing movie from a book followed up by what was the best adaptation?
Now, okay, can we go with, does it have to be a movie? Can it be a TV series?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'll say that's fair.
Okay, that's fair. So the most...
Just an adaptation from a book.
Okay, adaptation from a book. I would say probably... Oh, but I didn't read the book, so...
If you listen to it on tape, that's fine. A book on tape.
Okay.
So again, I'll show my age.
So number one I'm going to go with is, I didn't read it, but I listened to the book, an audio book for, why can't I think of the name of it now? The game series, the VR game. God,
Ready Player One.
Ready Player One. So with that movie, I watched it first, then listened to the book.
Okay.
Now, I will say that the book I thought was really great. The movie, after watching the movie, when I walked out of the movie theater, I thought it was awesome. Because I was like, this is really cool. After reading the book, I was disappointed with what they did in the movie.
As an adaptation, I agree with you.
They didn't touch on a lot of the points that I thought were amazing in the book. So that would probably be my number one disappointment.
On its own, I still love that movie, but it wasn't a good adaptation.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so with time,
or the best.
With time, the best I would say right now, and this is only because I've read the first 2 books, I've listened to them. I've not read any further. I'll have to go with Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Now, and the reason why I say that is because a lot of people had an issue, but I also watched the show first, then read the book. I will say, and a lot of people are like, oh, the book's amazing, it blows a show away. But being that I watched the show first, I was kind of able to, unlike Ready Player One, I thought that sometimes the book was bloated and it didn't need things. And the things that they covered in the show, I thought were well done. Some of the more important parts that needed to be covered were covered. Was there more expansion in the book? Yes, but did it need to be talked about? Not really, sometimes. And they missed it.
It deviates from the book a little later, and so that's a fair answer.
I won't go any further because I unfortunately didn't, but in 90 seconds, that's what I'm coming up with.
Okay, that works.
All right. That was a good question. I like it. Good question. So now I'm going to up your difficulty.
Oh, shoot.
We're going to the next difficult.
I don't like to be challenged.
All right.
I think we talked about that in the last video.
Okay, so we're going to go with, what are your top 3 Marvel and or DC, we're going Marvel DC only.
Okay.
What are your top 3 villains that you find most intriguing and or complex?
Okay, so I can tell you right off the bat, I loved the Vulture. And we talked about that in the Spider-Man video. Like, the Vulture can be anybody. Yep. Like, I was so pissed for him when he got that contract taken away and Iron Man took it away. Like, I was... Like, I almost went to villain mode right
awesome.
there. I would say Thanos, secondly, because I walked out of Infinity War, and even though he snapped everybody out of existence, I was like, I don't know if he's wrong.
Okay.
So
I like it.
I would definitely say him. And then if you put in perspective what General Zod is trying to do, I don't agree with him because I would have died had he succeeded. But like, he's trying to save his planet. Now, would it have been a better idea for him to go to Mars and then adapt that one to where Kryptonians could live there? Yeah, absolutely it would have. But I can respect that he's trying to save an entire species, basically.
His species, yeah.
And he just went about it the wrong way.
Yeah, completely wrong way. Genocide.
So yeah, and Thanos went about it the wrong way too. He had the opportunity to just double all the resources rather than like half all the people. But
I could kind of see, well, no, but both ways would still be, if you double the resources, eventually the populations outgrow it again. But if you take away half the people, they're still going to repopulate, and the resources are as minimal as minimal
those
as they
will
were.
continue to replenish. So he bought time. But I also saw that Thanos, by doing that snap, may have saved the Earth anyway because the Celestial would have hatched almost immediately after the events of that, but the snap set it back a little bit.
I see. Okay.
So Thanos kind of inadvertently saved the Earth anyway, because I don't think the Celestials are ready to take that on.
Hashtag Thanos is a hero.
Truth.
I guess.
So that just ups it.
All right.
So it's Vulture, Thanos, and Zod.
Okay. All right. Well done. I never hit go, so.
That's good.
We have no idea how long that took.
I felt like I was going a little long on that, but I wasn't jumping the toilet.
Nope. Go for it. Go for it. Your question.
Okay.
We're on question number 3.
Holy monkey, we're flying through this. Okay, what movie would you go back and watch again for the first time?
Ooh, okay. So for the very first time to go back and re-experience.
Yeah.
This is going to sound cheap.
That's okay.
I
You're
am a
cheap,
huge. I know. I'm a huge horror fan.
Okay.
If I could go back and watch Annabelle Creation again,
bro,
I would.
I don't want to watch that movie anymore.
honestly, pick 90% of the Conjuring and Annabelle series, I would watch again.
Yeah.
The reason I don't watch them as often is because there is an allurement to not knowing what's going to happen, to not knowing where the jump scares are, and I'm a huge horror fan, and not too many horror movies have been on those levels. Like, when I was in the movie theater watching Annabelle Creation for the first time, there was this huge muscular guy sitting next to me and his girlfriend, and he was scared just as crapless as I was. And like, it was awesome. Like, the whole theater was just on edge.
Yeah.
People are like, oh Jesus, no, don't go. Oh, what the fuck? And like, it was.
I don't think I hit start.
No, you did. It was amazing. And I remember leaving the theater at that point after that movie, and I was like, that was a good horror movie.
Yes, it was. Annabelle Creation. Dude, 2 seconds into that movie, I was like, I don't want to be here anymore.
Right.
Like, it was so scary.
While there's some other really, really solid movies out there that I would love to experience for the first time, they're good movies, and I would watch them and be like, that was a great movie. But there's something special about horror movies that make you feel a certain way that no other movie can.
Yeah.
And it's obviously, getting your heart rate going, getting the adrenaline, the fear, all that is awesome. It's why people do roller coasters. It's why people do all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So if I would get to experience that high again, it would be Annabelle Creation.
Good answer.
All right. That was a good question. I like that. So on your next question, I put a funny one in. It's not really funny, but it's just like, it would be kind of funny. So here you go. Get ready to hit start. Your question is,
all right,
between the Terminator and RoboCop, who wins? The Terminator only has his iconic shotgun from T2, and RoboCop only has his iconic sidearm, the Auto 9. The fight takes place in an open field area, 50 feet by 50 feet, that's boxed in with concrete walls with an open top. Who wins and why?
This is a lot of math. Hit start. So there was actually I think it's Superpower Beatdown on this. I think that's what it's called, like a YouTube.
Superpowered Beatdown?
Yeah.
Where they do like Darth Maul versus Spider-Man?
Yeah, stuff like
thing?
that. And they like reenact some of those scenes. Honestly, like, because RoboCop basically has a sidearm that's like a full auto. What is that, a 50 cal?
I don't know if it's 50 cal, but yeah, I thought it was a pretty heavy caliber. It's called Auto 9, so I don't know if it's a 9 mil.
It's probably 9 mil then.
I don't know.
I can't even remember, but
I don't remember either.
I don't think that's going to do a lot of damage.
I don't know if the bullets, would do a lot of damage.
But he does have that like long kind of
He has a spike.
blade spike, and then He is pretty strong.
He is pretty strong, and he's pretty armored too.
Yeah, and the Terminator's pretty strong. I don't think the Terminator's getting through though. I would actually say RoboCop would probably win. You put
RoboCop?
That. And like I don't like RoboCop as much as I like the T-800, but I think that spike that comes out of his arm is going to be the difference, because that can actually stab into the CPU and damage it. And I don't think the Terminator really has a good way of getting through, because there's nothing else that can be used as a weapon in the entire thing.
No, he'd have to use his strength in his hands if the shotgun can't get through.
And I would say that their strength would probably be equal. So I'd give it to RoboCop.
You're going RoboCop?
Yeah.
All right. Good answer. You're wrong, but good answer. All right.
You forgot about that blade, didn't you?
No. I remember the blade. My biggest thing on that is underneath. No matter who gets through what, underneath, the only thing the Terminator has to worry about is CPU, which is inside the hardest part of his head.
Yeah.
The cranium and everything. RoboCop has real lungs, real heart, real everything. And if he was able to somehow get through
yeah, but I don't know how he's getting through. There's nothing to use as a weapon.
His shotgun. And if he's able to do it right, scan him and do stuff.
He's going to unload all of that on the armor on the outside.
Or two, like if he has pain receptors. RoboCop feels pain. There's points in the show where he feels stuff.
And I guess his jaw's
His face is completely exposed. No matter what you did to the Terminator, blow his face off, blow anything off, the flesh, he has no pain receptors.
True.
He's a machine underneath.
God, I still think that blade's the difference.
No, for sure. That's why we agree to disagree, you know? And your answer was kind of dumb, but it's fine.
I was calculating the room. I'm like 55 feet.
That's the whole part of why this makes this fun. So that was awesome. All right, hit me with the next one.
Okay. If you had a choice with among, I'm gonna go with that among.
Okay, choice among.
If you had a choice among any item or weapon in sci-fi, fantasy, and comics, what would you choose?
Okay. Ooh, any weapon.
Item or weapon.
Like.
And that's how you're going to begin your superhero identity. You're like, here you go, sir. Boom.
So, okay, so there's some, this would be my answer, just because I think it's one of the coolest weapons in all of comics or anything. I really like the Green Lantern power ring.
Okay.
I love the ring.
That's a good choice, actually.
Just because of what it can do. It's a weapon that can give you infinite possibilities, because you create what it creates, and it can be anything made out of hard light. Obviously, the power of it is the power of your will, but point is you could create any type of weapon you want with it. And Green Lanterns have. I mean, they create everything from just a straight melee weapon to intricate robots that can fight, or whatever they can think of. So that would be number one off the top of my head, is probably a Green Lantern ring. I think another awesome one, though, would probably be, well, I would say, like, I love Thor, so like his hammer, but would I be worthy to pick it up?
No, you aren't.
So exactly. So I don't think I could say that. So that's out of the question immediately. The other thing that would be kind of cool is, I got 7 seconds. We're going Green Lantern ring.
Okay. I would have picked Loki's mask from The Mask.
Oh, the actual. So like from Jim Carrey's The Mask, like the actual mask.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, I know what you're talking about.
Plus, you get a cool yellow suit.
Well, not only that, it was pretty cool, the power that you get along with it too.
That's a pretty powerful weapon.
Like that.
It's very easily overlooked.
Oh yeah, easily. That's pretty cool. I like that. Okay, so it's my turn now. Here we go. Are you ready for this? This is going to be, I don't know which one I'm going to do first, so let's do this one. This will be interesting. So between these 3 characters that I'm about to list, which one would you want to raise your daughters if you died and they were not adults yet?
Oh, geez. Okay.
Your choices are Frank Castle, the Punisher.
That's probably not.
John Constantine. Or Jack Sparrow. Those are your 3 choices. Who would you pick if you were gone and you had to have your kids raised by one of these 3 characters?
God, you picked out like the freaking bottom of the barrel.
That's the point. Who would be the best out of those 3? To raise kids, not to do what they're good at.
Honestly, I would probably, like, I ruled out Frank Castle right away. I would probably go with Frank Castle.
Out of the choices,
honestly, he's a family man. Like,
he is.
The reason he's doing what he's doing is because his family got killed. Yeah. And from what I saw in the Netflix series, he's a good dad. Like, I mean, he goes a little off the hinges, and like, my daughters are going to now be able to shoot, and they'd probably be able to defend themselves. And there's a pretty good chance that even he won't be around to raise them for very much longer. But
Constantine could teach him some wicked magic.
God, Constantine though, he's got some
demons.
Oh God. I feel like he's got some real kind of respecting women issues. Like, if it was raising sons, like, that's a different story. But like, definitely Jack Sparrow and Constantine are not as respectful of women. And I think Castle would be a little bit more.
But if they would have to treat them like their own daughters?
I don't think they know how, dude. Like, I'm worried about that. Like,
so Frank Castle.
I'm going with Frank Castle.
All right, the Punisher wins.
Yeah.
All right, that was good. I didn't start it again.
Good.
God.
I answered it in like
89
a minute
seconds.
and 18 seconds, so we're good.
All right, that was good.
Oh shoot, it's my
it's your turn.
Last question.
Last question.
All right. This isn't good. This is probably, I should have started with this one because we've had conversations about this. I don't know how many times, just sitting around the table. This is like a dinner conversation. The top 3 Spider-Man costumes.
From all of everything.
There's a right answer here.
From all of everything.
You've got like, what, 50 in each of the games that he's been in, and then all the comics, which they've been pretty good at.
So I'm going to go, my favorite costume to date is his black suit with the white spider.
Okay.
That's my favorite. I love that.
That is the best.
Especially the actual Venom costume.
Yeah.
Like the glossy way that it is, not his cloth version, but like his real version, we'll call it. So I'd say the Venom for sure. I really want to put Superior Spider-Man in there. I really like that costume.
That's a good costume. I like that the webs aren't even in
there. Yeah. I really like that. And oh man, top 3. Because I would like to include Marvel Spider-Man, the video game, Insomniac's version. Is really cool, the advanced suit. But I actually really, because I want to kind of pull one from the movies. Mm-hmm. And I really liked Andrew Garfield's costume in the second Spider-Man. That to me was probably one of the closest to like Ultimate that we can get, with the big eyes, good webbing, nice. He's got the right spider on his chest, and it just looks so good on screen. I was never a huge fan of Tobey's.
With the blue at the bottom at his feet.
Tom Holland's are great, but again, not really like as good to me as Amazing Spider-Man. So if I had to pick comic book, movie, and what was the first one I said? That's comics too. Okay, 2 comic books in the movie. I'm going with those.
All right, sounds good.
That's my answer. But I actually, the advanced suit by Insomniac's really good.
I love that costume.
That suit's really
I played
cool.
through the entire game in that costume.
All right.
With all the ones to choose from, and that was what I picked.
That one, well, yeah, because it's...
A lot of the ones that they have in there are kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Where he's got like the green eyes and the green spider web, and he's all in black. You're like, what is this?
I was like, where's the
toxic
Superior
suit
Spider-Man?
or something? Yeah.
And then they put in the Amazing Spider-Man 1. I was like, we'll put in 2.
Right.
What are you doing? So fortunately, via mods, we were able to get some similar suits, but that's only on PC, and unfortunately, some people can't play it. But
I don't PC.
No, but it's kind of dumb that that's how you force it, for people to have fun. Okay, my last question to you. Are you ready for this? All right. You have the Marvel Universe.
Okay.
You have the Star Wars universe.
Yes.
And all that means. Everything included in them. If you had to be the one to get rid of one of them fully and completely, wipe it from the world, wipe the slate clean, no one knows, it's gone. That whole fandom is gone. Between those two, which one would you choose to disappear and why?
Hit the timer. Oh God, I'm gonna make some enemies. Shoot. Okay, so I've been a fan of both of those my entire life.
I know.
Like I have loved Spider-Man forever. I would say that Star Wars can hang its hat on 3 movies potentially a fourth movie, and well, 4 movies. I'll say they can hang their hat on. 2 good TV series.
Okay.
And so, like that would wipe out like a huge fandom, but like
a lot of comics, a lot of books.
I can't erase the Marvel comic book. Like, if it was just movies, it'd be a lot easier, but like the Marvel comic books and everything that's brought to the world, and like I feel like the message in Marvel Comics is deeper, where Stan Lee had the mutants representing like race issues in the world and everything, and I think there's a better message there. I would say that I would erase the Star Wars universe, as much as that hurts me to say. But I think eventually we're going to find out that we can use the Force and we'll make lightsabers anyway. I don't know if we're going to get to the mutation part in real life, but I don't know, it's possible. There are already people who can like bend pans in half and stuff like that. So
you're going.
I'm erasing Star Wars in favor of everything Marvel.
Marvel stays. All of Star Wars goes, including their fans.
Well, not the fans. We just don't know. We'll wake up one morning, we're like, what the hell are these sheets that I have?
Yeah, who is that? Why would I want this bearded man on my sheets? Yeah, so, okay, cool. That's a good answer.
Okay, well, I have a question for both of us.
Okay.
Because
I'm not even going to start the timer. Let's hear it.
What character from the Marvel Universe needs to have their own movie or TV show?
That hasn't yet.
That has not yet. That we've not seen.
What character? Trying to think. Does it have to be like, what if they were in a movie or something, but it's not around them? It's not based on them.
Like they have appeared in a movie. By name?
By name. If no, that's fine.
Okay, yeah. I would say that's okay. As long as they've been like Wonder Man, like it was a poster, or they said like off to the side, they're like, hey, Hydra Bob or whatever.
Let me think.
I have my answer.
There's a couple. So okay, let's hear yours.
Well,
first.
I asked a question, so I had a little bit of an unfair.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Richard Rider Nova.
Yeah.
has got to have his own movie at this point, because like he's just such an iconic character, and he's powerful. They've brushed on him, and like I think it's ripe for him with the destruction of Xandar like off screen, where Thanos cleaned the Power Stone. I think that it just is the perfect time to tell his story. Yeah,
that would be awesome. He's actually a really, really, really cool character. Yeah, that's a really good one. I was thinking there were some characters that I would love to see, but they're not like heroes per se. So it would be kind of like what they're doing with Kraven, which actually I'm looking forward to Kraven, because we haven't seen Kraven on screen, and he's freaking cool, but he's coming. So something like that, where it's like a Spider-Man villain that we haven't seen before type deal.
You have 11 seconds.
Yeah, no, I don't. But let me think. Okay. So there hasn't been a movie based on him, but I would love to see. He's a villain, but I want to see. We need a new big bad. We have not had that in Kang, in my opinion.
No, I don't think so.
Thanos was a real threat. You know who else was a real threat? Galactus. And I would love to see Galactus, because being more than a cloud. Being more than a cloud.
Okay.
One of the things is the sheer amazingness of the size and scope that he would be, or to see on screen, to actually see on screen, would be amazing. And then also there are heralds of Galactus, and they have changed throughout comics. That would be cool. What are you going to do with that? Is the Surfer going to be one of them? You haven't really introduced him in the Marvel Cinematic Universe yet. That would be really cool. I think that there's a lot of potential there, and there would be a lot of fear and oh my God. Now, the only negative side to this is he's a cosmic level threat. You would need cosmic level beings to take on this threat.
So I heard something kind of cool about Galactus, is that the planets that he chooses to consume are the ones that are growing celestials. Galactus is there to control the celestial
That's
population.
actually really cool. That's
so
really cool.
that would make Earth ripe
A
for
target.
him to eat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we've got one just sitting in the ocean displacing billions
of gallons.
tons of water
Yes.
that they're not accounting for.
No.
It
Doctor
didn't
Strange,
affect
he's
anything.
doing that little thing
Right, yeah,
where he's
yeah.
holding
off,
it up
off to the side.
screen.
He's holding off all the water.
But I would
Oh,
love to
God.
just see Galactus like in his iconic
Yeah.
form hovering above
Yeah,
a
like
planet.
actually cast as a character
Yes.
instead of some dumb cloud.
I don't even know what that was. I don't even know
We're
what
not
that
going to
was.
talk about. Okay.
So I think that would be really cool and could be set up as the next big bad.
Yeah,
I think that'd be a lot of fun.
I want to see Doctor Doom.
Doctor Doom would be amazing.
Henry
too.
Cavill is Doctor Doom.
That would-
it
that
has
would be
to
pretty
happen.
cool.
It has to happen.
Or is he gonna be Captain Britain?
It has to happen as Doctor Doom. I'm fine with him as Captain Britain, but he's not really that big a character. But Doctor Doom, Henry Cavill's Doctor Doom,
That would be pretty cool. That would be
So
pretty cool.
freaking
I won't
good.
lie. Well, that was awesome. I really liked that. That was a lot of fun. I think we had some really good questions. You did stump me on that first one for sure. The animal one, I could not think of live action. I was like, live action.
right?
Yeah.
It's tough.
Screw the live action crap. So anyways, yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was really cool. I think I honestly kind of want to do that again. Like that was a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
that was fun. We
fun.
can change up the format and do this every once in a while.
Yeah. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it too. Again, if you have any answers, please let us know in the comments what you think to some of the questions that we had, because
Or even ask us questions. We'd be happy to do
Yeah.
that on camera in a couple.
yeah, that would be fun
episodes.
too. So yeah, that would be awesome. And I'm physically exhausted now because all I can think about is more live action animals, and this is gonna drive me insane. Well, tune in next week as we discuss something really awesome. We are going to discuss. We're going to discuss. We're going to discuss TV shows and movies that are our favorite that are not branded Marvel or DC.
Comic book TV shows.
Comic book TV shows and movies that are not branded DC or Marvel. So an example of that, might be something like The Invincible would be a good one. This is not Marvel, this is not DC,
Yep.
but it is a comic book TV show.
Yeah, it's Image, and it's a great comic.
And it's actually, and it's an amazing show too. Spoiler, that might be on my list. Anyways, so tune in next week as we discuss our favorites, and we will also be discussing again why Terminator beats RoboCop, because I'm still not happy with your answer.
We're done. We're done with this.
No, so thank you for watching, and please do consider hitting that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed what you heard and what you saw today. We really love doing this, and we hope we can keep doing it. We're on a push for 1,000 subscribers, so that would be really awesome. And
Hopefully you like Butters and a squeaky toy in the background.
I tuned it out, to be honest. Hopefully you can.
How could you take that out?
We can't tune that down. We can't tune that out. All right. Well, anyways, we appreciate it for stopping by. And as always, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, and I don't know about you, and the bottom of your heart,
From the bottom of my RoboCop questioner heart.
make sure and stay geeky, ladies and gents.